Good day, Minecraftians. Purple Mentat here, bringing you episode 35 of my Clouds of Darkness Let's Play. Last time we spent some time in the end, and in between episodes I completed the next quest after all kinds of blocks, because the next in the series was Angry Blah Blah, which was to kill 20 Angry Endermen. Well, they spawn from Angry Enderman spawners, lots of them in those towers. That was the source of that horrible noise. So we're going to claim that reward. And now we're actually going to spend some time backtracking and taking care of something that I left behind. First, let's see what's in our epic reward bag. 10 grilled cheese sandwiches. Awesome. Toss those into the food bin, even though right now I'm eating large ender fruit because it keeps me full for like 3 minutes at a time. Yeah, food, totally not a problem. I mean, I guess I could automate the creation of large ender fruits so that I always have a stack on hand somewhere. But meh, they're so easy to build. Okay, so what would I like to do? Well, for one, we're gonna lose this red matter stuff. I've done some testing, and the red matter armor is cool, but not as good as the Mark IV Essence armor, or the Extreme Ender armor at keeping me healthy. As such, we're gonna be removing the, we're gonna be wearing the Mark IV Essence infused armor, while we head back to the Castle of Knowledge, I believe was the last one. And I can't tell which castle is which. Knowledge is all the way on the right. Good. Yes, this is where I want to be. Unfortunately, once again, traveling by warp book seems to have tanked my frame rate. As such, we're due for a quick restart. Be right back. Huh, that's a little bit better, but not significantly. I wonder what's going on this island that it makes things so rough on my system. In any case, hey, what are you doing? Cut that out. You may remember that this is the place with the boss that I wasn't able to kill because when I showed up, he wasn't here. Now, the reason for that is he despawns when you log off, or if you fly too far away or go anywhere else, or basically do pretty much anything. Ooh. See that? That's the other reason we're here. Alright, so what am I going to do? I am going to vein mine these wedge slopes. Why did I want to do that? Because, and these stone bricks. You'll note that some things are being left behind when I use vein miner. That's right, vein miner is a great way to find your secrets because it won't mine them. It will leave behind your carpenter's safes. And we're going to open these up and see what goodies we can find inside of each after I send these stone bricks home. So you, plastic bag, barley seeds, some tea from Food Plus, golden bag of holding. Let's see if there's anything inside of it. If not, there's not. We'll send it home. Maybe I'll end up using it later. No promises. Definitely get rid of this lucky block. And a bunch of seeds, sleeping bag, an alchemical bag, and an ender bag. Huh. Ender bag from Ender Utilities. This is one I've never messed with. Alchemical bag also contains nothing, but these are worth hanging on to. Next safe. One of these has something that I'm very excited about in it. The Primal Longsword. Forget this 40 attack damage rune longsword. We're going to use the 500 attack damage Primal Longsword instead. Ooh, resonant jetpack. Not a terrible thing to have another one of. Freezing dowel. That'll let me make a blizz if I want to. Ender bow and ender arrow. I gotta look up how those work. Target set, huh? That's interesting. A free builder's one. The Start of You by Deadrosekiss. Alright, we'll check that out in a moment. Looting, looting, looting. And then we're gonna fight the boss. A bunch of reusable safari nets. A bunch of mystery safari nets. We'll take both. Or boss invoker. Nice. So I don't actually have to collect the ore boss fragments. I can just fight it easily. Bunch of blank work pages. Another warp book. No pages in this warp book. Well, it's good to have a backup anyway. I'll make use of this when I get back home. And the warp pages can go into here where they belong. Oh, I was out anyway. Good thing I found that. You and you go home. You. 3 basic reward bags. Meh. Okay, so the boss of this area, which despawned when I logged off, to fix that, we're once again going to need to go into cheat mode. There's going to be a couple of times that we're going to do that over the course of the series. This is the second. Maxed player. We need a maxed player, and that's going to be the boss of this area. Now, I tested this guy in the test world because I was a little afraid of what a maxed player from Wildecraft would wield. And he one-shot me in the setup that I had. So, I wanted to put on this armor that would keep me safe from him. Pretty nice, huh? Yeah. And now we can kick his butt with this really awesome sword that we found. Ring of Recoil is disintegrated. There we go. That's a dead max player. He gives you gold charms and another star, apparently. What do you do for me? What can I use you for? I can make pouches with it. That's all I can do. Okay. Still, that was fun. And now I should have that quest complete in the Homes of the Beings? Yes. Castle of Knowledge complete. Claim my reward. Deadrosekiss's ring. That's kind of nice. Teleport you when near death. We'll hang on to that just in case. Sounds like a better option than the Ring of Recoil anyway, but the... Huh. What happened to my... Did I actually fill up my overflow chest? Alright, let's go back to spawn and see what's going on with that. Yeah, my overflow chest filled up because I didn't have a place for the endstone to go. Well, I better fix that, but I'll do that on my own time. For now, I can just make a little bit of room by throwing these safari nets into the filing cabinet. Oh, I can't put the reusables in there. Fine. Or in there. Unhappiness. That's okay. So... what do I got? I got a couple of barrels I can fix this with real quick. I know I said off camera, but I lied. One there. One there. And it's just going to be a simple case of filtering it all into the proper place like this. Except it's going to end up filling up both, isn't it? No, it's not. Okay, good. Alright, so I'll be back once this, this mess is handled, and then we'll head back to the end and do some more questing there. See you soon. Alright, that mess taken care of. So, did a little research. The Ender Bow is mostly a neat toy at this point in time. I could bind it to a block, say, there, by shift right-clicking, and if I fire an Ender Arrow at a monster, any monster hit by the Ender Arrow will be teleported to that block. Yes, that's going to drop them into the void. Yes, that's hilarious. No, I'm not too worried about it. It's not that good. I was hoping for a high-powered ranged weapon, and unfortunately I didn't get one, so we're going to throw the Ender Utility stuff in here. The Ender Bag, which is over here somewhere, I can use to bind to a inventory. Oh, but that's not whitelisted, so that's a shame. I'm not going to be able to use it for most of these. I could bind it to a regular chest. Do I have any of those around anywhere? I don't think that I do at the moment. That's okay. You can also bind it to your vanilla ender chest, and you can use it to remote access those inventories. Not that great of an option. Yeah, not whitelisted. Darn. I bet you could whitelist some mod blocks as long as they're simple inventories, but that has not been done in this pack. And I didn't research long enough to be absolutely certain of that fact, so if you attempt to do so and you break your world, don't blame me. Alright, what do we got? We got 3 basic reward bags containing some wooden chest plate, 16 buttons, and an apothecary mortar. Okay, where are you from? You're from Reliquary. You're not going to be very useful for me. I'll hang on to the mortar just in case, but I don't think it's going to be that great. And my epic bag contains a rare reward, the Charm of Poison. Yes! I am now immune to fire, wither, and poison, as well as basically everything else. Blaze fireballs, gassed fireballs. Yeah, I am now completely immortal as far as I can tell. Alright, that makes me happy, that makes me smile. Yay. Alright, apothecary mortar goes away. The start of you. Well, now we have made a full rotation, starting from my first inscription to the book... in the book to this last book. Now, you might be wondering why I did not write about the torture. Truthfully, I cannot remember most of it. Everything is a huge blur. All I remember is pain, but let's forget that. This is about you, shaping what the new world is supposed to be. I know you can do this, but I must ask you a single question. Please make what you call a paradise, in the sake of all of those who died. I think that should be in the name of all of those who died, and in my family especially. Thank Mr. Creator. This reads very much as if it was written by someone who has English as a second language, and that's okay. It's just a little difficult for me to understand. So we're gonna toss this into the Bloodwood bookcase with all of the rest. It's a bit of a troll there that they gave me Bloodwood bookcases but no blood saplings, at least in any way that I can see. And we're gonna head back to the end because it is time for Journey to the End, the Haunted. And to do the Haunted, we need to kill the Haunted. And if I go to the Ender Companion, can I search for the Haunted? No, but I can see that Biome Island Burning Mountains contains haunted miners. Scorching Lens, fire golems, but most importantly, haunted miners. Well, I did some exploring around the end after the end of last episode, and I happened to find a burning mountain biome, which I made myself a warp page for. Not that I can see it right now because it's dark in here. That doesn't help things any. Man, this is just really not YouTube friendly. Anyway, there's that burning mountain biome, and if I come over here, you can see that it is, in fact, not its own biome, but it's just a island that spawns. And on this island, you can see that the haunted miners are appearing. So I get to kill myself some of these guys, who will all die in one hit thanks to this ridiculously overpowered sword I now have. I maybe should go back and enchant this ridiculously overpowered sword to make it even worse at some point in time, but the small amount that I'll actually get from enchanting it is almost negligible. I mean, it'll add something like 10 or 15 damage out of the 500 or so. We're talking a couple percentage points here. The other great thing that you can find here is the igneous rock, which when mined, hurts a little, and grants igneous rock. Oh, whoops. Ooh, and there's also some stardust ore in this island. This tells me that I'm going to have to completely destroy the entire island because I want all of that. I have enough end powder already for the ores quest. Ores. But I need 64 igneous and 64 stardust. So, yeah, I'm going to be spending some time around this island working on killing off the 20 or so, or 10 haunted. I only need to kill 10. Let's just get the one more out of the way then. There we are. What do they drop? They drop fire shards. What can I do with fire shards? Fire shard is crafted, but it can be used to make a scorching pickaxe instead of a golden pickaxe. That's kind of neat. Let's research this. Smelts blocks and applies fortune effects to ores. Only works on smeltable blocks and ores. Blocks that smelt into items are affected by fortune. Oh, that's neat. So I could get my extra ores and smelting at the same time. So that's actually a relatively good effect. Most auto smelting you don't want because you can't then, you know, take your iron, say, and pulverize it. But in this case, you can. Ooh, look at you. That's a lot of lava. I guess that is part of what makes this the burning mountain. Let's close that up for now, because that's going to end up a mess if I try to vein mine this area. And honestly, I want these ores. Alright, so I'm going to spend some time mining some ores, getting myself the stardust and igneous out of this place that I can. And, ooh, instability orb ore. Huh. What happened to it? That's weird. Anyway, we'll look into that more. So, back in a bit, folks. So, we are back at spawn because a slight change of plans is in order. I need a good fortune pickaxe because that instability orb is a required component for what I'm working on, one of the quests, and it only has a 40% chance of dropping. I took a look at it in the biome here, read about the instability orb ore. 40% chance of dropping instability. Each level of fortune enchantment increases the drop chance by 4%. So even with Fortune 3, we're only looking at a 52%, but the Fortune 3 will also help me collect all of the other goodies faster. So we're going to enchant a diamond pickaxe with Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 5, and this is going to be the new pick that we use. I'm going to hang on to... Oh, wait, what? Huh? I don't have that many levels because I've been... There we go. Enchant you. Oh, come on. Fortune 3, Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 5. That's better. This is going to be the new pick that I use commonly, and I'm going to hang on to the Extreme Ender pickaxe for large-scale vein mining operations, because this guy does not have the unlimited durability that the Extreme Ender pickaxe does. Even though it will have effectively unlimited durability thanks to the function of my Repair Talisman, which is in my Baubles inventory. Yes. And the fact that it has Unbreaking 3 and 1600 native durability. That'll help out a lot. Now, I do want a place for this burned endstone to go. However, this guy is just getting really, really, like, overfilled at this point in time. As such, I believe what I'm going to end up doing is making a new home for my Hardcore Ender expansion stuff. Hardcore Ender expansion. We have 3 more items in there. Going to grab a crystal chest, and I can just plop this right on top of here. Maybe not that so. Oh, right on top of here. There we are. And put the Hardcore Ender expansion stuff in there. And now when I use my Ender storage pouch to send things through, they will end up in this chest. Fantastic. And I think, otherwise, I'm pretty much good. The end powder, I'm done with. I don't need that anymore, right? Yeah. You. Cleaning out a little bit of things in this chest, slowly but surely. Taking care of some backlog of overabundant items. Excellent. So, the last thing I wanted to show you is what I'm doing to mine all of that ore around that lava pool. Let me show you what's up with that. Doop-a-doo. So, there's a ton of easy-to-get endstone around here. In fact, as you can see, we end up with multiple stacks of it just that simply, just that quickly. So we come over to our lava pool, and the Charm of the Flame protects us from the lava. So we can very easily use the Builder's Wand to fill everything in. And then, once everything's filled in, I'll be able to simply and quickly use Vein Miner to unfill everything that I just filled in. It's a decent setup. A little bit finicky. Alright, so mining operations recommence, and... well, let me show you if this thing can get me an instability orb. There we go. I have my very first instability orb. Fantastic. And that one did not produce one. That's a shame. If I could silk touch them and then run them through some sort of machine to get them, that would be amazing, but that does not appear to be possible. I don't know if Fortune affects Stardust. That's 3, 4, 5. Okay, yes it does. Excellent. Alright. So yeah, mining, building, and we'll be back in a bit. Okay, so something very interesting has begun happening. I seem to have angered a volcano or something like that, because I will break and cover up some lava, and then a whole bunch more will spout out. That's just cool. That is a really neat effect. Like, if I take some endstone and... like, this is the original... actually, this is not the original caldera that I was in, but... this is one very like it. And if I, like, plug up these lava spouts, one, the miners are now angry and they are attacking me, which they were not doing before. They have a heck of a knockback on them, which is annoying. Luckily, I can now one-shot even infernal mobs. They are not any sort of a threat anymore. Excellent. Ooh, one of them dropped a axe. Yeah, a couple of iron axes. Meh. Anyway, if I were to attempt to take my builder's wand in here and plug this thing off, well, we should see more explosions happening. Or maybe they're only a sometimes thing. Anyway, the reason there's all of these extra plumes of lava is because I closed up a bunch of stuff and then it all came back. Go away, go away. Man, that is just a really neat mechanic. I'm more happy about that than I probably should be. See? See? There you go. That is just cool. That is really neat. I'm very happy about that. That exists. That is a thing. Kind of wish that the questline did a little bit of a better job of exploring the Hardcore Ender expansion, but I assume that is something for a later version. Also, I ran into one of these guys that I have no idea what they do. Energy clusters. They can apparently regenerate up to a certain amount. I have no idea what they're used for yet. I need to do more exploring in the Ender Compendium before I can figure that out. Anyway, 8 instability orbs, 18 igneous rock, and 48 stardust so far. However, we have completed the Haunted quest, so we'll grab the reward for that and take a look at the next fire golem. I need to find and kill a fire golem. All right, well, I would assume that that's on the burning mountain. Fire golem. Ooh, I am out of points at this point. Huh, well, there's an easy way for me to get more. Waiting back at spawn. So let's go get more knowledge points for Hardcore Ender expansion using a bunch of the loot that we've gotten over time. Also, let's check on our endstone chest. Oh yeah, it is over capacity, and this is filling up with endstone again. That's not a surprise. Anyway, any further endstone I find will be voided instead of saved, because I don't think I actually have a use for large amounts of it. But I didn't want to throw it all away. I wanted to keep at least a barrel or so. A stack of stacks. There we go. Stackception. Where is filing cabinet? Yes, knowledge notes. We've been gathering these as we've been playing through the pack, and there are a whole bunch of them waiting. And the only thing that they do is give these Hardcore Ender expansion knowledge points. So this gives 28. I go from that 45 to 73. Going to use all of these up so that I can make myself knowledgeable about the Hardcore End. Because if I hit U on them, there's no use to them. There's no recipe to them. The only purpose is to use them and have a whole bunch of knowledge points ready to unlock information about things. Let's find out where this fire golem comes from. Spawns in burning mountains during the... Huh, that might have been a fire golem that I killed, the one with the ranged attack. Because I don't believe the haunted miners had one. Oh, it won't let me unlock the other one. That's weird. Okay, yeah, they do have a projectile attack. So, fire golem. Just need to find it. Alright, so should spawn somewhere. Rock found in burning mountains scorching. So I need to look for this cinder rock because that's where the fire golems and the scorching lens will spawn. Huh. So there's a burning mountains mine and a burning mountains scorching, and I seem to be in the burning mountains mine right now. Converts fire essence into heat to speed up furnaces, brewing stands, and other devices. Neat! Because I definitely have not found any fire essence yet, because they come from fire golems and scorching lens. So the burning mountains, let's see, let's learn about the biome islands. Biome islands are large islands made of endstone, start spawning roughly 1600 blocks away from the dragon lair. Neat. Caves and ores, every biome modifies the amount and drop rates as well as the overall shape. They can have multiple different variations, unique content. This is a really cool mod. This is a really, really cool mod. I'm very happy about this. Like, this is amazing, and I like it. Found in the Burning Mountains. So, here, Burning Mountains biome. You'll teach me about what's going on. Fire-oriented biome with huge mountains and a large amount of caves and ores. Apart from default ores, this biome also has common igneous rock ore. There are two variations of the biome, Scorching and Mine. Scorching variation has large blobs of cinder, streams, and pools of lava and lily fires. The only place where fire golems and scorching lenses spawn. Mine variation spawns haunted miners, which protect resource pits, holes with ores from the end and lava, and large patches of overworld ores. This is true. I did find quite a bit of stone and overworld ore throughout that biome. It was pretty interesting to find. You know what? You know what I want to know? Ender Compendium. Can you teach me about the Adventurer's Diaries? Opening a new diary page unlocks the next page of the story and locks the item to only open that page for other players. So, I have a handful of Adventurer Diary pages. Unfortunately, they might all be locked to the same page now. Nope, page 1 of 16. Could be it. Finally, found another stronghold. Maybe this one will be more fortunate. And it was! After months of searching there, I stood with the portal before me, deactivated, but still there. Neat. This is actually really cool. There were a few empty slots for missing Eyes of Ender. Thankfully, I had enough on me to activate it. I hardly stood there for a second before plunging into it. This was the moment. I was finally going to kill it. After what seemed like hours, the dragon was dead. Can confirm, took a long time to kill the dragon. I nearly died at the very beginning when I destroyed the first crystal. No one had told me they dropped a bomb when you do that. I knew the Enderman wouldn't take kindly to me destroying the crystals, but I guess the crystals didn't either. Heh. Page 4. Although I had killed it, I was still poisoned, bleeding, and close to death. There were holes and craters dotted around the end where the dragon had swooped down towards me. The floor was littered with a strange purple essence. I picked it up and examined it. I decided to keep it with me, but I didn't enter the portal to go home just yet. And page 5. With my head down, I carefully walked over to where the dragon now, where the egg now lying where the words are hard. With my head down, I carefully walked over to the egg now lying where the beast fell. After examining it, I tapped it with my sword, and all of a sudden it seemed to feel safe. Maybe it would be possible for me to... ... Huh. I wonder how I find more of these. Probably chests. Okay, well, can I put them back into the same filing cabinet? Yes, I can. Good. Good. That was a fun little diversion. Alright, so what this is telling me is I need to find a better Burning Mountains biome for the next stage of the quests. As such, I'm going to do a bunch of flying around the end, around this general area, hoping to spot another one of these Burning Mountain biomes. And when and if I do, I will come back and we will kill ourselves a fire golem. And I'll do some mining of any biome islands I find along the way. Back soon, folks. Alrighty, we have found the proper biome. This is, well, currently full of Endermen, but as you can see, this is the scorched burning mountain, and there are fire golems here. And a lot of angry Endermen. Come on. Here we go. You die. There we go. We got one. Excellent. How many of them did I need to kill anyway? Let's find out. There's been a few crashes, a lot of exploring, which did not save properly for reasons, probably because of the crashes. And as you can see off in, well, you can't actually at the moment, but off in the distance north of here, we have a enchanted island as well, in case we need one of those sometime soon. So, journey to the... Ow, stop that. Journey to the end, fire golem, kill 10. Alright. Where are you, fire golems? You also find these scorching lenses here, which drop fiery essence as well. Oh, here's that cinder stuff. Let's collect some. Excellent. Killing, killing, killing. You know, this would be more interesting if I weren't effectively, actually entirely immortal at this point. It's very, very hard for me to die. Okay, so I'm gonna get these killed. Won't take but a moment. And we're back. 10 of them dead, and I also basically vein mined the entire friggin' island so that I could get myself 64 of these instability orbs. And despite having done this to 2 of these islands so far, some of them quite far out, I have only come across 2 of the 64 endium ore that... Ooh, there's another one. Endium ore that I need. Stuff is very uncommon. Cut it out. You too. There we go. So, yeah, if I don't find a significant supply of that stuff before the end of the quest line, I might end up cheating it in because that's ridiculous. Alright, where we go? Fire Golem, task complete. Next step, you want me to kill scorched lenses, I assume, from this, so that's 10 of those, which are unfortunately in the same place. Wish I had checked that out beforehand. That's these little guys here that fire all the fire around. And, yep, that was one of them. Okay, so, looks like 10 of those, and it looks like I'm going to have to complete the endium step to get the next part of the quest line, because Challenges of the Beings is basically done. It's Wild out there is probably going to come from here. So, I guess I just need to kind of hope that there's a whole bunch of endium ore on the enchanted island. The quest line, or the Ender Compendium, tells me that the enchanted stuff shows, or the endium shows up starting around the time you find dungeon towers, which is only like 160 out or something like that, and gets more common the further you go. Well, I'm 3,000 out now, and it's not exactly common yet now, is it? So, yeah, I feel like I've done enough traveling, exploring, and mining in the end, especially as I'm crashing every 5 or 10 minutes at this point. I've heard that that is a problem with this version of Hardcore Ender expansion, and that later versions are fixed and better. So, shouldn't be too much of an issue long term, but once an update for the pack comes out, which is reportedly, last I heard, should only be a couple weeks away. However, for now, it means that this portion is really kind of painful to get through. There you go. And, wow, those things are obnoxious. I've mostly avoided them so far, I haven't had to hunt them. Alright, how many are we at? One more. So this is going to be the last of the questing for today. Tomorrow we're going to finish off the end one way or another. Between episodes, I'm going to do my best to find that endium ore, but I'm telling you right now that if I can't, through research, find a decent way to get it that's not going to take hours and hours and hours mining out multiple end islands to do, then I am going to cheat it in, because that's ridiculous. I mean, look what I've done to this island so far, and I've found 3 pieces of it, and it looks enough like the end powder ore for me that I have a good chance of missing some pieces. So I'm checking through as I go, but yeah, it's a problem. Yeah, jeez, just obnoxious. Very, very much so. Okay. We will check what we got in our reward bag before we call it an evening. We have 2 epic bags from the quest lines, as well as 1 more quest to hand in. Claim reward. Excellent. We are going to send through the unstable orbs, our igneous rocks, fire shards, end powder, fiery essence, and troll blocks. 3 epic bags later, we get diamond seeds, a regen potion for 15 minutes, and the ring of damage, or ring of ranging, plus 8% ranged damage. All neat toys, but not useful for my purposes. In fact, pretty much the only thing that I could find at this point that would be very useful would be an improved amulet that offers more damage and defense. And I'm not even 100% certain I really need the defense at this point, because I am literally damage immune. So, yeah, there's that. Alright folks, hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please leave a like and tell me what you liked. If you have not, please hit that thumbs down button and tell me what I can do better. And I'll see you next time.